Hey, my friend. Welcome back to English Listening Podcast 365. Let me ask you something simple. Do you understand English, but freeze when it is time to speak? Your mind goes blank. The words hide. Your mouth stays quiet. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many learners can follow movies and podcasts. They read articles and understand most ideas. But when a real person asks a question, panic arrives. Silence wins. Why does this happen? And how can we fix it? Today, I will help you start speaking more and speaking better. I will talk slowly and clearly. You can shadow me. Listen, repeat. Match my rhythm and my voice. Treat this as a workout for your English. First, remember this truth. Understanding and speaking are different skills. Listening and reading are passive. Speaking is active. It asks you to think, to choose words, to build sentences, and to say sounds all at once and fast. That is hard, but it is possible. In this episode, I will share simple, practical steps you can use every day. You will use your voice. You will make mistakes. You will grow. By the end, you will feel clearer and more confident. Let's turn understanding into speaking. Ready? Take a breath. Let's begin. Understanding English and speaking English are two different skills that live in different parts of your brain, and that is why you might understand almost everything yet still feel stuck when it is your turn to talk. Understanding is passive. You sit, you listen, you read, and your brain only needs to connect sounds or letters to meaning. Speaking is active. You must do many things at the same time, in real time. You need to find the right words, choose the right order, build the sentence, adjust the grammar, produce the sounds, control your breath, and keep your idea moving forward, all while the other person is waiting. That is a lot of pressure, even for advanced learners. Imagine driving a car while reading a map, answering a question, and changing the radio station at once. That is what speaking can feel like. Another reason is habit. Many learners spend hours on input, watching shows, listening to podcasts, reading posts, but far less time on output. Your brain becomes very good at recognizing language, but not at producing it quickly. This is normal, not a personal failure. Think of a chef who has watched 1,000 cooking videos, but has cooked only a few real meals. On the first busy night, their hands will be slow. Your speaking muscles need reps. The good news is that fluency grows with purposeful practice that targets speed, retrieval, and confidence. When you train for speaking, not just studying, you reduce hesitation, shorten silences, and make the jump from, "I know this," to, "I can say this now." Here is the honest truth. Most learners don't speak much, and that is the main reason they don't feel fluent. They study plenty videos, podcasts, grammar notes, vocabulary lists, but their voice stays quiet. Speaking is a skill of action, not observation. You don't learn to swim by watching swimmers, and you don't learn to speak by only listening. When you avoid using your voice, your brain becomes great at recognizing English, but slow at retrieving it on demand. That's why your mind goes blank. It's not a knowledge problem, it's a performance problem. Think of a guitarist who knows every chord shape but rarely picks up the instrument. When the moment comes to play, the fingers hesitate. Your mouth, tongue, and breath are instruments too, and they need repetitions. Every repetition builds tiny pathways that speed up word finding and sentence building. Without reps, you will overthink, translate in your head, and pause too long. With reps, you begin to speak from patterns and chunks instead of from rules. The goal is not perfect sentences. The goal is smooth, understandable communication that lets your ideas move. So shift your routine from more input to balanced input and output. After you listen to something, speak about it for 1 minute. After you learn 5 phrases, use them in 3 quick sentences out loud. After you read a story, retell the highlights like a friend's update. Keep it short, keep it daily, and keep it vocal. Small, frequent speaking sessions beat rare. Long ones because they train speed and courage. Fluency grows when your mouth practices as much as your mind. To turn understanding into real speaking, start here. Tip Hashone. Don't wait for perfect grammar. If you keep waiting until every rule is mastered and every tense is flawless, you will postpone your voice forever. The real goal of speaking is not perfection, it is connection. Ask yourself, can the other person understand my meaning right now? If the answer is yes, your English is doing its job. Imagine saying, "Yesterday I go to the park." The grammar is not perfect, but the message is clear. The listener knows when and where you went, and the conversation can continue. Fluency is momentum, not immaculate form. Children prove this every day. They say, "Me want juice." And people understand them, respond, and the child improves through use. You can do the same. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. They are evidence that you are practicing in real conditions. When you speak, you train fast word retrieval, idea organization, and pronunciation under time pressure skills that cannot be developed by silent study alone. Waiting for perfect grammar is like refusing to drive until you have memorized every traffic law. You will never leave the driveway. Instead, aim for clarity. Use simple words, short sentences, and common chunks. Focus on the listener's needs, a clear timeline, a clear subject, a clear action. Say what you want to say first, polish later. As you speak more, your grammar will naturally tighten because your ear will notice patterns and your mouth will copy them. Here is a mini strategy you can use today. Choose a small topic, speak for 1 minute using the grammar you already have, record yourself, and listen. Mark only the parts that blocked meaning, then try again. Ignore tiny errors that do not damage understanding. Use friendly repair phrases when you get stuck. Let me say that another way. What I mean is, to be clear, these keep the conversation moving while you adjust. Also, set a mistake quota for each session. For example, 5 errors you will allow without apology. This trains courage and reduces perfectionism. If you want targeted improvement, write a sentence you often use. Then create 3 simpler versions you can say fast. Speed before polish. Remember this motto. Fluent with mistakes is better than silent with grammar. Your ideas deserve air, even if the grammar is still growing. Use your voice today, and let accuracy catch up tomorrow. The more you speak, the more your brain automates structure, and the fewer errors you will make without stopping the conversation or your confidence. Start now, speak boldly, learn fast, and watch clarity and confidence rise daily. To keep your fluency momentum growing, the next essential move is tip #2. Learn chunks, not single words. A chunk is a ready-to-use phrase that native speakers pull from memory as one unit. I'm a bit busy right now. That sounds great. I'll get back to you. Do you have a minute? And treating these as complete building blocks makes speaking faster, smoother, and more natural. Single words force your brain to assemble sentences from scratch under pressure. Chunks give you pre-built lanes you can drive in immediately. Think of them as language Lego. Snap a few together, and you have a clear message with native-like rhythm. For example, instead of memorizing busy, store, I'm a bit busy right now. And, sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. Instead of the verb help, keep. Could you give me a hand? And, let me know if you need anything. These are not just vocabulary. They are social tools with tone embedded. How do you collect chunks? Listen to real conversations, podcasts, shows, interviews, YouTube, and capture exact phrases that repeat across speakers. Write the full phrase, not the translation. Add a tiny note about situation and feeling. I'm swamped today. Polite refusal. It depends on the situation. Soft hedge. That's a good question. Buy time. Then say them out loud 3 times with natural stress and melody. Record yourself and compare your rhythm to the source. Next, personalize. Swap one word to create a mini family. I'm a bit tied up right now. I'm a little tied up this afternoon. I'm tied up until 6. Build slot and frame templates like, I'm not sure if is a good idea. Would you mind if I... As far as I know, so you can plug in content without rebuilding structure. Practice micro-dialogues to link chunks into flow. A. Do you have a minute? B. I'm a bit busy right now. Could we talk later? A. No worries. I'll get back to you tomorrow. This is how fluency feels in real life. For review, use retrieval over rereading. Close your notes and try to produce 5 chunks by situation. Refuse politely. Ask for clarification. Show interest. If you can't recall one, peek, then say it 3 times and use it in a 2-line dialogue. Keep a daily top 7 list. 7 chunks you will definitely say that day and tick them off in real conversations with yourself, with AI, or with friends. Pair chunk. Learning with the 4-3-2 technique. Tell a short story using at least 5 targeted chunks in 4 minutes. Then in 3, then in 2. You'll notice the phrases start popping out automatically. Crucially, practice pronunciation as part of the chunk, not word by word. Stress the key syllables. I'm a bit bussy right now. That sounds great. Let me know if you need anything. And keep function words light. This locks in natural music and reduces hesitation. Finally, judge progress by deployability, not by list length. If a chunk leaves your mouth at the right time with the right tone, you own it. Collect fewer, use more. With chunk-based learning, you stop translating and start performing your sentences, assemble themselves, your rhythm improves, and your confidence rises with every conversation. To keep building real, usable fluency from day to day, the next practical move is tip #3. Speak to yourself every single day. In short, relaxed bursts that make English automatic. Self-talk may sound unusual, but it is one of the most effective, private, and flexible ways to train your speaking muscles because it removes the 2 biggest barriers to practice: needing a partner and fearing judgment. When you talk to yourself out loud, you give your brain the exact workout speaking. Demands rapid word retrieval, idea organization, pronunciation, breath control without the social pressure that freezes your tongue. Start simple. Narrate what you are doing as you do it. I'm making coffee. The water is almost boiling. I'll add a little milk. I'm going to check my messages after this. Keep sentences short and clear. This micro-narration turns routine actions into repetitions of high-frequency grammar and vocabulary. Next, shift to daily snapshots. Give yourself a 60-second now, next, later briefing. Right now I'm finishing an email. Next I need to call my boss. Later I want to walk in the park. This trains tense control and planning verbs in a natural frame. Add feelings. I'm a bit stressed about the deadline, but I feel better after eating, which practices hedges and emotion vocabulary. Then level up to mini role plays. Pick a setting: cafe, pharmacy, reception, interview. Play both sides and keep it light. Hi, how can I help you? I'd like a medium latte, please. Anything else? That's all for now. Run the same scene 3 times, changing tiny details: time, quantity, reason, so your brain learns flexibility rather than memorized lines. Pair role plays with slot and frame templates to accelerate fluency. Could I get, I'm looking for, do you happen to know? Would it be possible to... Fill the slots quickly without stopping for grammar. To build speed without stress, use the timer ladder. 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds, each round on the same topic. Your weekend? A book? A problem? Aiming for smoother flow, not new ideas. If you hesitate, use repair phrases to keep moving. Let me rephrase that. What I mean is, to be more specific. So, anyway, which buys time and keeps the rhythm alive. Keep a top 10 prompts card on your desk or phone to eliminate decision fatigue. 1. What did I do in the last 2 hours? 2. What's my plan for the next 2 hours? 3. What's one problem and 3 possible solutions? 4. What surprised me today? 5. What am I grateful for? 6. What would I tell a friend about my day? 7. How would I ask for help with X? 8. How would I politely refuse Y? 9. What's one small win I can celebrate? 10. If I could redo one moment, what would I change? Cycle through these prompts all week. Repetition is the point. For pronunciation and rhythm, practice in thought groups, short meaning chunks with a tiny pause. I'd like a refund because the product arrived late. Stress the key words and let small words be light. Record 60 seconds of self-talk. Listen once for meaning, not accent. And mark only the parts where the listener would be confused. Record the same message immediately, aiming for clearer thought groups. Track progress by consistency, not by perfection. A powerful routine is the 5x1 method. 5 1-minute self-talks spread through the day, after waking, mid-morning, after lunch, late afternoon, before bed. 1 minute is small enough to avoid excuses, yet big enough to build automaticity. If you want variety, rotate focus. Monday, daily narration. Tuesday, role plays. Wednesday, problem. Solution. Thursday, story retell. Friday, gratitude or lessons learned. On weekends, do a 4-3-2 run on your favorite story to consolidate speed. To integrate chunks, tip #2. Select 7 target phrases in the morning and promise to say each at least once in your self-talk. Check them off as you go. Deployability beats memorization. Worried about feeling silly? Use whisper reps in public. Or silent mouth movements with breath, still valuable for articulatory practice. In private, speak at full volume. Your mouth, tongue, and breath need resistance training, not just mental reps. If you get stuck, don't stop, simplify. Replace the complex idea with a basic sentence. This is hard to explain. I'll give a simple example. Then continue. The goal is uninterrupted flow. If translation creeps in, switch to a 3-sentence box. Say 3 very short English sentences in a row without translating, no matter how simple they are. This resets your thinking into English. To keep motivation high, end each day with a micro-celebration line. One thing I said more clearly today was, or one phrase that came out fast today was, confidence is memory, remind yourself of wins. Finally, judge this habit by utility. Does your mouth move more easily? Do words arrive faster? Do you pause less? If yes, it's working. Speaking to yourself is not a shortcut. It is the training ground where fluency is forged private, repeatable, and completely under your control. Make it daily, keep it light, and your voice will meet your knowledge in real time. To multiply your daily speaking reps without scheduling headaches, the next smart move is tip #4. Use AI for safe, consistent conversation practice. AI partners are always available, never impatient, and happy to repeat or simplify on command-perfect conditions for building automaticity. Start with a clear setup message so the AI behaves like your ideal tutor. Please act as a patient speaking coach. Use simple, natural English. Ask one question at a time and correct only mistakes that block meaning. After each reply, give me a gentle, one-line improvement. This trims overwhelm and keeps you talking. If you want pronunciation or pacing help, add speak slowly, write your answer, then provide a short phonetic hint for any tricky phrase. For structure, use short practice loops. 1. Warm-up. 2. Easy questions about your day. 2. Target task. A role play for your context. 3. Micro-feedback. 2. Notes. 1 glow. 1 grow. 4. Redo. Say it again, faster and clearer. Keep each loop under 5 minutes so you can repeat daily. To simulate real life, ask the AI for scenarios you actually face. Ordering coffee, returning an item, scheduling an appointment, clarifying a work task, pushing back politely, or summarizing a meeting. Include constraints to force useful language. Give me a cafe roleplay, where I must ask about milk options and decline an upsell politely. Or, in a work chat, I need to ask for a deadline extension and propose a new date. The AI will generate context, questions, and likely replies. Your job is to speak first, then iterate. Pair AI practice with chunks to lock in fluency. Tell the AI, today my 7 target phrases are, do you have a minute? I'm a bit tied up right now. Could you clarify what you mean by, that works for me? I see your point. Here's what I suggest. and let me circle back tomorrow. Please design a dialogue that makes me use all 7 naturally. After the conversation, ask for a compact transcript with your errors bolded and fixed versions beneath no more than 5 corrections to avoid overload. Leverage AI for the 4-3-2 technique. Give me a 100-word story about a delivery problem. I'll retell it in 4 minutes, 3 minutes, then 2 minutes. After each round, rate my clarity, 0-10, and suggest one phrase to streamline. For confidence, enable gentle mode. Only correct me if meaning is unclear. Otherwise, highlight one phrase I said well. For speed, try pressure rounds. The AI asks rapid, short questions for 60 seconds. Your only goal is 0 long pauses. For listening-speaking integration, ask for audio or a slow reading of the AI's lines, then shadow them before replying. Keep a progress ledger with the AI. Track my top 7 phrases this week. Mark which ones I used each day, and suggest 2 replacements when any phrase feels overused. To reduce perfectionism, set a mistake quota. Allow me 5 errors per session without interruption. Summarize them at the end with 1 fix per error. Finally, make the habit sticky with a recurring prompt you can paste each morning. Let's practice a 5-minute roleplay for my day. Ask about my plan, 1 problem I might face, and 1 polite refusal. End with 2 compliments and 1 suggestion. With AI as your always-on partner, you shift from studying English to performing it more reps, faster feedback, and conversations that mirror your real life. To convert knowledge into smooth, real-time speech, the next power move is tip #5. Use the 4-3-2 technique to compress your message while expanding your fluency. The idea is simple. You retell the same content 3 times first in 4 minutes, then 3, then 2. So your brain shifts from building sentences piece by piece to running them as fast, automatic patterns. Here's how to do it step by step. First, pick a short, concrete topic. A delivery problem, a recent meeting, a movie scene, or a mini story from your day. Jot 4 or 5 key points in order: setup, problem, action, result, takeaway. Set a timer for 4 minutes and tell the story slowly, with details. Don't chase speed yet. Focus on clarity, complete ideas, and natural thought groups. When time's up, take a 30-60-second pause. Round 2. Set 3 minutes and tell the same story again. Now you trim filler, combine sentences, and choose stronger verbs. Aim for better structure and slightly faster delivery. Keep your eye on flow, not perfection. Round 3. Set 2 minutes and deliver the tightest version. You already know the path and vocabulary, so speak smoothly, minimize pauses, and land your key message cleanly. For extra gains, record all 3 rounds. Afterward, listen once with a single question in mind. Where would a listener be confused? Mark only those moments, then re-record the 2-minute version immediately with small fixes. To lock in natural rhythm, pair 4-3-2 with chunks. Before you start, select 5 phrases to deploy, for example. Here's the situation. Long story short, what threw me off was... In the end. Next time I'll use them in each round so they become automatic. If you stumble, don't stop, use repair lines to keep momentum. Let me rephrase that. More specifically, so the point is, you can scale difficulty by changing constraints. For beginners, allow notes in round 1 and short prompts in round 2. Go note-free in round 3. For intermediate learners, change the audience each round. Friend, colleague, manager, which naturally adjusts tone and vocabulary. For advanced learners, keep the same core story but add a twist in the final round, recommendation or lesson learned. To train quick thinking, measure progress with 3 simple metrics: fewer hesitations, clearer structure, and stronger endings. If you want a weekly routine, do 4-3-2 on Monday divided by Wednesday divided by Friday with new topics, and on Sunday redo your favorite story to hear the difference. The magic of 4-3-2 is repetition. Under shrinking time, it forces efficiency, strengthens retrieval, and replaces overthinking with performance. After a few cycles, you'll notice your 2-minute version sounds confident, compact, and conversational. And that ease will start appearing in your real conversations, too. To turn flexible thinking into fast, natural speech, the next smart move is tip #6. Take one simple sentence and express it in many different ways. This trains agility, your ability to adjust tense, detail, tone, and perspective on the fly. So you stop searching for the perfect line and start saying a good line right now. Begin with a plain base sentence, like, I went to the store. Expand it step by step. Add time and reason. I went to the store yesterday to buy bread. I went to the store this morning because we were out of milk. Add emotion and attitude. I had to go to the store again. I finally went to the store, and it felt great to finish my errands. I went to the store, but it was already closed. Vary the grammar. Present continuous. I'm going to the store now. Present perfect. I've just been to the store. Future. I'll go to the store after work. Conditionals. If I'd gone earlier, I wouldn't be hungry now. Modals. I should have gone to the store earlier. Change perspective and focus. My sister went to the store. Nobody went to the store, so we ordered online. The store I went to was packed. What surprised me at the store was the price. Shift the social purpose with chunks. Long story short, I went to the store. By the way, I went to the store. For what it's worth, I did go to the store. Just so you know, I'm going to the store. Now, turn it into a daily drill. Set a 5-minute timer. Pick one base sentence. Work, study, health, plans. Create 10 variations. 3 with time divided by place. 3 with emotion divided by attitude. 2 with grammar shifts. 2 with different subjects. Say each one aloud and record. Next, compress. Choose your 3 best lines and deliver them smoothly, back to back, as if updating a friend. For speed and resilience, add repair versions that keep you talking when you hit a wall. Let me put it another way. I went to the store because... To be more specific, I went to the store after... What I mean is, I ended up going to the store. On alternate days, run listener switch. Reps say a casual version to a friend, a neutral version to a colleague, and a formal version to a manager. This builds register control without changing the core idea. Measure progress with 3 signals. 1. Fewer pauses before verbs and tenses. 2. Clearer endings that land the point. 3. Smoother prosody, stress, and thought groups. One sentence, many ways, is more than variety. It's a fluency multiplier. You're rehearsing real choices in advance, so during conversation, your mouth can pick a workable path instantly and keep the dialogue moving. Let's wrap up. You now know why understanding doesn't equal speaking, and you've got 6 practical tools. Stop waiting for perfect grammar, learn chunks, speak to yourself daily, use AI for safe practice, run the 4-3-2 drill, and stretch one sentence many ways. None of these require special talent, only small, steady reps. Your goal is clarity and connection, not flawless form. Each day, do something tiny. 1 minute of self-talk, 3 new chunks, a quick cafe roleplay, a 2-minute retell. Record, review one thing, redo once, and move on. Celebrate progress out loud. When you meet a pause, use a repair line and keep the conversation alive. You don't need more courage later. You need a first sentence now. Take a breath, choose a tool, and speak. Fluency grows in the doing. Did this episode help? Share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to English Listening Podcast 365 to catch every new lesson. Weekly, slow and clear practice, real conversations, and simple drills to turn understanding into speaking. Join us, stay consistent, and grow your fluency one focused minute at a time today.